Welcome to Kolorflow Conversations, where we flow freely, speak boldly, and connect colorfully. I am you, Keisha, and this is
Takesha.
and welcome to our girl chat. We still getting back on with that.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. This the cue.
Right. Well, listen, people did notice that we were missing last week. Somebody did ask me, like, somebody asked me, like, did you all record last week? And I said, no, we didn't, but
I love that for us.
Yeah, I said that I love that people be looking forward to watching us. Yeah, they did. So last week my friend didn't feel well and I was traveling and the schedules didn't match. So hey, we just go with the flow. Yes. The name of the show is Kolorflow. Yes. So we go with the flow, whatever it's gonna be. So, you feel better this week?
I feel fantastic.
That's good. That's good. I feel fantastic too.
Great.
I think it's like a bug going around.
I like your dress.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that. I heard that about the bug, like it might be a bug going around because it's like several people that I know that have been under the weather.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I think every other day it's like somebody under the weather. Weather.
But think about it. Like tomorrow, I think it's gonna be 50. Mm-hmm. And then when I was watching the news this morning, they said Saturday around 5:30 it might start snowing.
That's the one thing about living in the Midwest, though. The weather is like, I guess some people like the snow. They be looking forward to that. I don't. Do you?
I like the look of it, but I really could look at pictures.
Yeah, me too.
Like that looks so nice.
Me too.
Like, yeah, I don't need to look outside my front door and be like, is it ever gonna melt?
Yeah. I'm good with not having snow. I don't like driving in the ice. I don't like bundling up in a coat like that. I think the fall is probably my favorite season because I'm cool with like a nice little jacket and a sweater. But I don't like the you gotta bundle up, you gotta go out there and shovel and all. No, I don't.
I like the fall and winter fashion.
Yeah,
because it looks so cute, but it'd be freezing.
And then a lot of people, I know my sister celebrates her birthday in January. A lot of people who celebrate and have winter birthdays are always concerned. I actually went with another friend who celebrated her birthday in January, and she was so thankful that everybody came out. We was like, why would you think we wouldn't come? And she was like, because the weather. And I'm like, really? So...
And I didn't think that was a concern either, but my friend who has a January birthday was saying the same thing.
Really?
Like, what if, people not going to come if it's a blizzard, Fortunately, when she had her thing, the weather permitted. But I'm like, I'll be there. Like, we go where we still need to go. It just take us longer.
Yeah, it takes us longer.
We be frustrated, but we going to show up for, those we care about. But yeah, I was just like, I guess with us not having winter birthdays, like we not really know. Thinking about it.
Yeah, we don't.
I mean, mine is right on the cusp. Technically, it's still winter.
But have you ever had a bad winter for your birthday?
1 year, okay. I remember it because you know how I used to go out and party. I will never forget. We left the club and it was ice.
Really?
I was sliding in my heels like, wee!
Oh God!
I remember that like it was yesterday.
Really?
Girl, I had on a mesh dress that you could see through, sleeveless with a bodysuit on up under it. Like it's a blizzard outside. You ain't even got no coat because you're thinking you cute.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that no more. I'm gonna have this. I'm layered up.
Hey, that's why I said I didn't know it was a major concern for people who have a winter birthday. But once they shared, I was like, I'm going to be more empathetic to the winter birthdays or those invitations.
So one of my friends, hers is in December, and she always celebrates her half birthday.
Really?
Yes, like it's a big deal.
So she does it in June?
Mm-hmm. And I never really, until this moment, I think I always looked at it as like, oh, she just doing a half birthday. Like, that's cute. Yeah. I always thought it was cute. But now that we're having this conversation, I'm like, oh, I can see why she looks forward to it and she's so excited because the weather is so much better.
Yeah. I think that it's, I know one other person who did a half birthday, but she only did it once. She don't do it like all the time, but she did a half birthday, and it just again put me in a reminder of how people who have a winter birthday, they actually be thinking about other people instead of themselves. And I'm like, why are you worried about other people? But I guess if you invite people and nobody shows up, that's kind of hurtful. But I wish that, everybody who I know and love would get out of the people pleasing. I don't know if that's people pleasing or not, but because it makes them feel bad if someone doesn't show up. But I want us to get out of caring about what other people do or think.
I want that as well, especially for myself, because during the time when it was your birthday, 3 of people in my inner circle, September, October, November, actually 4, whatever. I ain't about to do that. And y'all be like, is she talking about me? Right. No, but so it was just I wasn't involved. I wasn't working, and I like to give gifts because I'd be happy. Like, you happy? You like it? I'm happy too. And then, so I didn't do any of that. So now I'm with my birthday coming, I am not a tit for tat. But when it comes to myself, I realize I am tit for tat. I feel like no one should do anything for me because I wasn't able to do that for you all.
I don't think that
because I don't even think I sent a card to nobody. I was in a place I couldn't.
You didn't, but I didn't think. But again, that's me. I didn't think.
And I'm wondering as we're talking about this, for some comments, some feedback. Is it? I don't want to say normal because it's normal, but how many people really in their head play the role like me? And thinking about the birthday and, inconveniencing someone else to come celebrate them because of the weather versus it's my birthday and my people gonna be there and I'm gonna enjoy it regardless
of who there. Yeah. Speaking of birthdays, this is a special week, and it seems like every time we record, it falls on the week of your mother's birthday.
It is.
And every year, I can say, every year since we've been recording, or every year period, I can say that you seem to be more and more, I don't know if the word is relaxed or just okay with her birthday coming up.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's Saturday. It's observed Saturday since she's a leap year baby, but yes, and this year 70.
Wow.
So it would be really a major year for us if she was still with us physically. Because with her 70, March I'll be 50, my niece turning 16, my sister turning 45.
Oh, it's like milestones. So it's
all of those milestone birthdays. I don't struggle with it like I used to. I really truly believe that me deep diving into spirituality is what helped me. So I have my moments and I miss her. Like the other day I literally picked up the phone and said, let me call my mama. And I was like, girl, you can't call her. I didn't break down. I just kept moving. And I thought about it like, dang, it's been a long time. Then I felt like, let me call my mama. But I am at peace knowing that she's at peace.
Yeah.
So I'm not in that, this may not be the right word, but I'm not in that selfish place where it's just like, I knew you was down and out, broke down and sick, but I want you here just because I want you here. I'm not in that place anymore. And it was funny because I'm like, I wonder, and I had told myself I was going to look this up in a dictionary, like what's the difference between grieving and mourning? Because I'm wondering, where am I? Because my sister, she still has more of a hard time than I do. I just think I really have moments when it's like, oh,
And I get that because I have moments. Yeah. And I think that's normal to have moments.
Where before I was living in it. Constantly, where now it's just like I have moments. It's not a day that goes by that I don't miss her, but it's not a day that goes by that I don't miss my dog.
Yeah.
One day I thought I heard his footsteps and I literally said TJ, and then I was like, girl, you crazy. That dog is not here. But he might be. So I'm just like, when you lose someone you love, that love does not die.
It does not.
It remains. So you just have to figure out your new normal and what works for you to get through it. And for me, it came from me developing this different type of relationship with God, because mine doesn't look like how others look. Mine is a practice. It's a ritual.
Well, that is what I read this week, that religion is believing in God and spirituality is knowing God. And I sat on that and I was like, oh, I get it. I get it. You got to do more than just believe. You got to know him and walk with him. And I think a lot of people believe that they do that, but they really just believe. And I said, oh, that thing. I really, really sat on that for some hours that day, like, because a lot of people make. I hate to say a lot of people. I hate when people say they say. I hate that. But
I hate that too, but I be saying it all the time.
I know.
This is what I say. I be like, they say, but I don't know who they is.
I don't know.
Go into it.
Right. But I think that a lot of people hate the word spiritual or spirituality because it sounds like it go against what they feel or do or whatever. So I mean, I get it because I've been on both sides, and I'm like non-judgmental when it comes to it, because I know where people at. So I just accept them for, it's not my place to judge, because if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But your mother's spirit is always around. And you know that.
I know that. And but before I didn't. That she's always with you. I used to be like, where I don't see her.
Yeah.
I would get so upset. But at this point where I am now, I'm like, no, the spirit don't die.
No.
It does not die. So I honor her every day. And both of us, we are spiritual beings, but we practice and do things differently. So like, I got my little purple candle and I was just like, I am lightness in honor of my mother. Sitting on my altar.
Her favorite color. And you didn't put on the purple lipstick, but you was supposed to.
I think I got it in my pocket to show y'all. It's like, nah. It's in the bag.
But yeah, you honor her memory. I honor my mother's memory all the time. And I tell you, I'll be like, that was never my mama. Like, I literally feel like her spirit be with me. Her lessons, even the lessons that she taught me over the years, to me, that's part of her spirit being with me.
Exactly.
Even things
when you think of stuff later, like, oh,
yeah, like that she may have said many years ago, and one day it just something happened. I'll be like, oh, that's what she was trying to teach me, or that's what she was telling me.
Yeah, and I just think that people look at things differently, but it's like, essentially, I think at the core we're doing the same thing. Like, if you're going to the graveyard, you're still honoring that deceased person.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm at home with my mother's urn right there with me lighting a candle. And I believe, I don't know if it's 34:18, but it's a Psalms that talks about lighting a candle. Certain religions, that's what they do.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them like candles and honor.
So for me, my spirituality looks like a combination of religions.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's called I'm a ominous. I think that's what it's called.
Like you read a lot and take from
and what resonates, like when I feel it in my soul, like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. So for instance, because I'm all about the hoodoo stuff, but I see people who put food out. I ain't never did that now. And that's never resonated with me to do it. So I don't do things based on a trend.
Right.
Like it came across my TikTok and like, oh, let me go home and when I cook this meal, sit it on the table.
Yeah, no. But when they talk about how
I will say this, my mother likes gum. So when I was looking for something one day, I seen an old piece of gum. And so now I buy that gum and I keep it in the house. I remember when my cousin came over, she's like, can I have a piece of gum? Because that got AT written all over it.
She said that?
Yes.
Wow.
No, it's like,
yeah. Yeah. I think I don't see anything wrong with that.
I don't either.
I don't see anything wrong
as long as I am living in this body, breathing this air, I am going to not let my mother's spirit die. Let me tell you something. The other day I was up and I was just like, all of this stuff is made up. We breathe the air now that we don't even see. Who even decided to call it air?
You say that about stuff all the time. You be like, who decided that? But I get it. Yeah, I get it.
That's why I'm going to live a long life, because I'm telling you.
You got questions. You got questions.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's okay to be inquisitive. We was on the phone with, one of my kids the other day, and you said a word and they was like, what that mean? I mean, it's always questions.
Listen, I was on the phone with the viewer. Hey, girl. Should I say your name, Sadira? But anyway, she has said, oh my God, what was the word? And I was like, I've seen that word so many times, but I've never looked it up. What does that mean? Like, I'm asking if I don't know.
It's okay to
and ask. A lot of people play the role and he, ha, ha. Like, have you heard of that? And be like, oh yeah, don't know nothing.
Yeah.
And years ago, I think I used to feel like I had to do that. And this is way long time ago. But it's like, now I'm like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. That ain't my interest. So I don't know. Tell me.
Right. I don't, I'm big on looking something up. I need the knowledge. I'm like, I want to, and I only recently been like that, maybe the last few years, where I'm like, I want to know, I want to dig deeper. I don't want to just have a surface level knowledge of something. I want to dig deeper into it, which has actually helped me, allow me to not be judgmental towards other, groups or cultures or whatever, because
I'm definitely respectful.
Yeah, I'm very respectful of people and what they do, because it's not for me to judge. What I do is what I do.
I said I'm very respectful. I didn't say respectful. I said a different word. So one episode I was saying something and I was like, that wasn't even the right word. This is why I wish we could edit, because now I'm looking stupid. Because you didn't even pick it up either. And I was so irritated when I was watching it back.
I remember that, but
I'm like, that's the thing about just
I don't be correcting you, because I know what you mean.
Yeah, but that's how, and that's really how it be in real life conversations.
Yeah,
nobody is perfect, and we're here showing it in the flesh.
Yeah, like if it's a mistake made, I know what you mean. When I listen back on us, I'd be like, I sound so country.
Girl.
Like I was born in
and
the
South. Only word I know is like.
Yeah, I'll listen back. I'll be like, I sound so country, like you was just born in the deep South. But I think that's my mother's spirit be coming through me too, because I was not born in the South. But sometimes that twang come on.
Oh, girl, it'd be quick, y'all. It'd be quick.
Yes.
Dang, I lost my train of thought that quick.
It's okay. It's okay. You know, we just be flowing.
Oh,
anyway.
That's what I was going to say. I research, and you know that I research and I read a lot, but I don't know if I told you that a lot of stuff, I'm not able to retain it.
Really?
Like I can deep dive on something and learn so much about it, and then like months later, I'll be like.
But I also think that is okay because I read the Bible that way. Like a lot of people say they study their word. I read it to understand how I'm supposed to live or what happened and things like that. But I don't read it to read. Now, certain things I do retain. Like me and you done talked and you'll be like, what was this about? And I can say, but I don't really read to retain everything. I have an understanding of what it is.
Oh, thanks for saying that, because maybe I'm looking at it like that. That allows me to look at it differently. Not like, oh, I'm losing my memory. What's wrong with me? Am I stupid?
No.
I didn't read this, but it's just like
you think you got to remember everything.
Yes.
No. And like my father has been a pastor and minister for many, many years. And I think I'm sure he's read the Bible over and over again. So repetition, you're going to remember. I don't read it to remember everything right now. Now, if you was going to do that subject or deal with that subject over and over again, yeah, you're going to remember. But I read it to get understanding. I guess that
makes sense. Now that I'm processing it, because certain things I can go on for days, but other stuff it'll be like, oh yeah, I'm familiar with it, but I don't.
Yeah, I'm not really. I'm not trying to be a theologian or study it right now. That's not what I do. I may read it multiple times just to make sure that I understood it.
And Keisha, I was just talking about all kind of stuff.
I know, but I'll just give you an example of, I don't think that you should worry about remembering something like, oh, I can't even remember because sometimes you read it just to know in that moment. And then and I believe that if it's something that comes up where you need to remember, it's going to click. It's going to come back. It's going to come back. But if you just thinking, why can't I remember all this? Nah, you ain't got to do that. No, you ain't got to do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, that's just me though, but y'all may feel something different. The theologians out there.
Look, the scholars.
I'm not trying to be a scholar. I want to have an understanding. I want to have an understanding of what I read, whether it was anything. I just want to have understanding and be clear. Clarity is what I ask for. Let me be clear. Let me understand. And I ask for clarity in all things now, relationships, friendships, with my children. Just give me clarity. So if I have clarity, I'm good.
Love that.
So, yeah. But you think you got to remember everything? No.
And I get so frustrated, but I'm so hard on myself. I am learning to be gentle and love myself more.
Absolutely.
And I've been doing really good with it lately. And I definitely know that God is placing the right people in my life to remind me of that.
Absolutely. And that's what you have to know is your people gonna be there. And I hate that. Hate is a strong word. No, not hate. I dislike that I had to get to this age to really know my people. You know, and it ain't that many of y'all. You know who you are.
Yeah.
But just keeping people around, you know, just to say you got a bunch of friends or you know a lot of people, just ain't it no more. It's not it. I'd rather have the handful of people that know me, love me, and understand me.
That part, that understand me that's a heavyweight one.
It is. And I'm not even particularly sure that my people understand me yet. I think they're learning to, because of like the changes that I've made for myself, that for me, and not like just not nothing bad, just just changes that I've made. And,
you evolved.
Yeah, I think that they're learning to understand me, and it's okay. I'm okay with that patience, because you need patience with your friends. You had patience with me.
Do I?
You had patience with me, I said.
Oh.
You did. You had patience with me on being empathetic.
You're right. Well, that was funny. I was like, do I?
I think you have patience with me. Mm-hmm. I think we have patience with each other. Yeah. I think we have patience with each other. Yeah. I think that's important. Because if you have somebody who you call a friend and all you do is talk about them behind their back in just all negative ways, then are they really your person?
Right.
You may have something that you may dislike about them and may mention something, but if every time you say something about them it's just all bad, then that ain't your people.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
That ain't your people. So, I could say all day, Takesha always look mean, but she ain't mean.
Thank you. That's the nicest thing I've heard all day. But you know what, too, I feel is that people really do need to understand that sometimes people, no matter who they are, and I say that because when I think of my family, I don't necessarily look at it as we share the same blood, because I would consider you family.
Mm-hmm.
So I think of the relatives, the same bloodline, DNA. Sometimes we really do have to understand that as we evolve and grow and shift, that certain people are not going to be in your life anymore, and it's okay. So, you have to take that mask off from trying to still be where they are when they're doing things that you don't even really want to do anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But you just doing because, them your people. We grew up together type of stuff. And it's now I get that. I have friends, we talk about this all the time, from elementary school that are still in my life, but they're not in my life as much as they were before. Mm-hmm. But I still love them and care about them. But it's just clearly something is where our lives have shifted. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's okay. It still means we cool. You know what I'm saying? There's still love there.
Yeah.
But it's not a every week or whatever. It's a every blue moon. If you need me, we got each other.
I'm going to be there. Yeah, absolutely.
But sometimes your inner circle is just a few little people.
I'd rather have a few little people.
And I remember, I'm never going to forget this, and I forget so much stuff. But one of my friends, her father said to me and her, you blessed if you have one friend. Mm. All you need is one. Mm-hmm. And I'm no lies detected. Because if you have one friend at the core of what a friend is, mm-hmm. you're really good. You're rich. Mm-hmm. But to have more than one, and they all got your back, and a friend in the sense of not how we use it loosely just because we know somebody's name.
Yeah, that part.
Because we use that word, how you said hate is a strong word. We use friend loosely.
We also use...
I use it loosely.
We use, that's my girl.
Yeah.
That ain't your girl.
No, it's not. No. It really ain't.
Yeah.
These just be people we know.
We know.
We know their name.
Mm-mm. And at a certain age, you just don't... I just don't think... I believe that you should have met your people by a certain age. And, coming up... When I think about, I think I told you this before. When I turned 50, I thought about, everything I went through the first 50 years and all the seasons and the different friend groups I had, and then the disbursement of the friend groups. It's and the disbursement of relationships and disbursements of jobs, just everything. It's oh, man, that was a long life. That was a long time. And now on the other side of that, it's like so much joy and peace.
Yes.
It's so peaceful.
Very.
I don't even, and I'd be feeling like sad for those that don't have peace, because I can feel that they don't have peace. You know, you when you get to a place of peace or healing for real, and you can, you know, be around somebody who you're like, man, I really hope they heal one day. It's not, you know, and it's
the conversations are totally different.
The conversations are different. The conversations are very different.
They're totally different.
Actually, I can't have those conversations too long with people when they're not a place of peace, because it just be kind of surface level, and I don't really enjoy that no more. So the other side of this, where it's peaceful, and you know, not saying everything perfect, don't get me wrong, because y'all be like, oh, she had lived a perfect pretty life. No, that's not it. That's not it. It's peaceful though. It's very peaceful, and I just didn't know what that was like until my awakening. It's been great.
I think I probably could never say I was having an awakening because I didn't wake up until yesterday.
You think that's when you woke up?
Yeah. I think that's when I fully was just like, oh, I get it now. I get it.
I feel like you've had moments of I get it, but it was hard to accept the I get it.
I believe that I agree that I had those moments, but I believe in my journey and how I am, I've always put others before myself. But when you are walking with God, like I'm walking with him first. You know what I'm saying? So I need to make this relationship with him first, my priority, and how I thought that looked. I don't know if I can even explain that in words, how I thought it was looking, how I thought what I was doing is not really what I was doing. I was still living in fear and lack.
Okay.
And not that things are not going to go wrong, but now I understand that's just a part of being a human. You know, I remember, and it came up the other day, like, you know, I was on TikTok, and I normally don't look at like my old videos when it come up, but I did. And I said something like, dang, you really can't just be happy. Like good things can happen for no reason, you know, because I've always felt like, okay, something is going to happen, or somebody do something nice for me, I got to do something nice for them. Like it's a give and take.
And it's not.
And it's not.
No. I had to learn that too, so I get it. Like if somebody compliments you, you think you got to compliment them. You don't. You don't have to give and take.
Yeah, that's a good example.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been with that, but I definitely experienced that instinct, like, oh girl, you're this. And it's just like, well, you didn't say that first, so don't just say it because I'm saying it.
Yeah.
But I've been like that in definitely in different ways, for sure. But like I told you, and when you said to me, like, no, I'm gonna be first. And I'm like, that was eye-opening, as simple as that is. Like, why am I not putting myself first? Even as a mother, how am I not putting myself first? I can't put my son first. Because if I'm putting him first, I'm lacking, and I can't even be a good mother.
Do you think that it changes with that though over the years? Like, do you think when our children are younger, we supposed to put them first, and then as they get older into young adulthood and then adulthood, that we let them, because we done did the teaching and training, that we let them do their thing?
I think, and this will be good for the viewers who have adult children. I believe the hardest part of parenting is having an adult child, because they're an adult, and you know, instant parents, you know what I'm saying? You want your child to have a good life. You don't want them to make these mistakes that you know about, even if it's directly or indirectly.
Yeah.
But once they become an adult, they have to live out their own path and make their decisions. And it is hurtful to see your child make the wrong or make bad choices. You know what I'm saying? Where you know, like, no, you probably shouldn't do that. But it's just like, oh, you're grown. You got to go through this just like I went through it. You know, like, I'm in my 20s filing bankruptcy. I'm pretty sure my dad told me, what did he tell me? He was just like, I never bought anything that I just couldn't afford. Like, he got one credit card for emergencies. I'm like, if I was in my 20s, I had a credit card to the Disney store because the credit cards was cute.
The Disney store? Did you?
Yes. I applied simply because I thought the cards was cute. It ended up going in there using it.
And that's an example of mindset when you're younger, and then when you become older and now you're wiser, and that's something you definitely would not do now, right?
No, absolutely. You know, and back then it was just like no financial literacy.
Yeah.
And even over the years, I still struggle with it. But now I'm like, I got that too. So that's why I feel like, I woke up yesterday. But I definitely believe that parenting adult children is harder.
I agree. I think that because my son is a young adult, and when he comes home, and even conversations now, it's definitely more of a challenge for me because I'm used to that little boy, and that little boy needing his mama, and he still needing his mama, but
that little boy listened to his mama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they still need you, but it looks different. The need looks different when they're younger.
Yeah.
Because when they get older, it's like, I hear you,
but I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. And you have to like release that and just trust that they gonna be okay.
My son was like, I want a tattoo. And I was like, what you want a tattoo for? And I'm like, I got a whole sleeve. I
was about to say, like,
but I'm like, why would you do that to your body? Like, what do you want a tattoo for?
And did he look at you like you were crazy?
Yes.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So, yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. Me and my kids actually went and got matching tattoos last week. And so funny. But you know, people probably wonder why would you allow that with your kids or whatever. I am a parent that parents very differently, and I've said this before from my parents. I rarely say no. Because I rarely say no, they don't really ask me nothing crazy. You know, and when it was brought up, it was like, yeah, I'll do that. So
when you say you rarely say no, what are you referring to, like, in a sense? Like, because you know you ain't saying yeah to everything they ask for.
No, I don't say no, yeah to everything. Well, so I'll give an example. I was on social media and somebody was talking about how they were raised and how they wasn't allowed to do.
So like the taboo things, like, I guess like the tattoos, things like that,
or
like nose. How I got my eyebrow pierced and my parents,
you know, the eyebrow pierced or belly ring or a tattoo or even a school dance, because I wasn't allowed to go to school dances for a long time.
This is new news.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
30 over years of friendship. I did not know that.
Wasn't allowed to listen to R&B. Yeah. So
I'm not surprised about that, but the dance thing, I don't know why I'm surprised by that.
Because
I think I'm surprised by it because it's a school event and I figure like it, you know, it's okay. But when it
looked more like a worldly event.
Yes.
So no, we were not allowed to. I think we went to an 8th grade dance because it was more like a junior prom type thing. But like, I think once a month, every Friday, or once a month on a Friday, our middle school had like dances where you pay like $2 to go and stuff. We was not allowed to do that. So to me, in my mind, when I'm thinking back to that, it was innocent. It was letting your kid be a kid. It was letting your child have experiences. And it was other things that but that just came off the top of my head that we were not allowed. So when I say I don't really say no,
it's that type.
It's that type of thing. I
just want to clarify because people take it and run with it.
Yeah, I let my kids listen to music. I don't classify what type of. I let them listen to music. I let them dance in front of me. I let them, just have experiences. So when I say I don't really say no, they don't ask me like outrageous stuff. They ask simple stuff that I think about when I was a kid that I was not allowed to do. And it was made to be like, you're raised right because your parents were not lenient on those things. And that don't really make it like I was raised. Was I gonna be a different kid if I went to a school dance?
Probably not.
Probably not. I mean, I snuck and went to one time, and I went in there, and I was like, "This is all that they do." I was just like, "This is." I'm like, and they won't let me come to this.
And sometimes back then it was like just standing around.
It was a lot of standing around. It was a lot of standing around, and standing in the corner talking to your friends or whatever. But it just made me feel like I can't. So when you are treated like that, yes, you want. And when I say treated like that, not treated bad, but when you have those stipulations on you, and you look forward to getting out and doing something, I think I made a lot of the choices in my life because of that. Like I wasn't allowed to do nothing. So the first time a boy like, I like you. I'm like, I like you too.
I definitely agree with that, because I'm like, I didn't experience like bike riding in the neighborhood. My one friend lived at the end, like at the opposite corner. Like we was like 5 houses from the end and she was at the other. I couldn't even go down to her house. Like it was a big ordeal. So as soon as it was just like I was exposed to certain things when I went to public school, even though it was in Ferndale, it was still public and it was still different.
It was different, yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like I started doing things that I don't
but get this. It was like that when I was in public school, but when I went to private school, and the private school was supposed to be known as these are the smart kids, and they are, and I was able to do a little more. Them kids was worse than the public school kids.
Be bad too.
I was like, y'all let me do stuff here, but they terrible.
Yeah, they be bad too.
They were terrible. I'm sorry, y'all, but even like we never went trick or treating, or you couldn't believe in Santa Claus, and I know a lot of religious people were like, you ain't supposed to do. I believe that it's okay for a child to have an imagination and having experiences as a small child.
You know what I told my sister the other day? Everything that we're looking at came from an imagination.
It's imagination.
They don't want you to imagine nothing.
Yeah. And now that's something that me and my kids can look back on and we laugh and talk about it. It wasn't like, oh, you didn't believe in God because you believe in Santa Claus. They were small children. They were excited. They were joyful. And I love them having that experience that I didn't have.
I never believed in Santa Claus.
Oh, you was too smart to believe in Santa Claus.
It didn't make sense to you. Yes.
Yeah.
I was just like, there's just no possible way. And my mother loved Christmas. Like that was her thing. And she went all out. Yeah. So I'm like, I had to pretend for a very long time because I wanted to make her happy and enjoy what was going on. Like, oh my God, look at what Santa did. And half of the stuff, Keisha, I had already seen it before Christmas because I knew where she used to have it at.
Listen, I believe that they should have an imagination. I believe that because my children had an imagination as small children, and I tried to give them the balance of you love the Lord, and this is your relationship with God. This is how the world works. If they don't have both, then how are they going to know how to survive?
Yes, you have to know how to survive because whether people believe it or not, we're always going through a spiritual warfare.
Yes.
And if you don't know how to balance physical and in the spiritual, life is going to
it's
be
going to be rough
hard
for you. It's going to be rough. So when I say I rarely say no, if my daughter, when she asked me, can I get my nose pierced? My question was, is it going to change how you act? Is it going to, like, what do you want it for? And it all basically came down to, I think it's cute and it's trendy. And I remember being a kid and I wanted to wear something trendy. Mm-hmm. Now she forgets she got in the nose.
I believe that I think we know that I just, for sure, like whatever you want to do. But I think the only thing, my big thing that I allowed Jordan to do that was frowned upon, you think you know what it is?
Cussing. I already know. Cussing. What's crazy is I never frowned upon it though. I don't know why, because my kids don't cuss in front of me, but I knew that he cussed in front of you very early on.
Very early.
Yeah. But he got it from you.
Yeah. And because I always was just like, well, who say that they bad? Like,
they go to questions
came up
again.
With bad words? Why are they bad?
That's some questions again. Like, how we know them bad words?
Yes. I'm saying all the words because
yeah. So yeah.
I like those because they sprinkle a little extra.
So did you have people that gave you feedback on that?
Yeah. Yeah. I even remember my mother was just like, that's just so disrespectful. And I'm like, you say the words. You're how I learned these words existed.
You never cussed in front of your parents though, did you?
Yeah.
You did?
Not like Jordan.
Okay.
Jordan do a regular conversation.
Yeah, I know. Like, I've been in conversation with them. Yes, I know. I don't think there's ever been a conversation we haven't had since he was a child that he haven't said at least one.
Mm-hmm. And he like that with my parents.
Really?
Mm-hmm. When I look at him talk, like I used to cringe with my mom because I knew it was uncomfortable for her. So that's why she said it to me.
Can I say this to you?
Yeah.
It just made me think. You have something in common with my other friend who allows her kid to cuss in front of her. She cuss in front of me and everybody. And my kids be looking like, y'all just gonna let her cuss? And we be like, her mother is similar to you in that way. Like, you know, she's the only child and she probably learned from her mother and she just expressed herself. And what's crazy is when she expressed herself, it's not in a disrespectful way.
It's not in a disrespectful way.
Yeah, it's not in a disrespectful way at all. But I think that when people first hear it, it's like, did she just say? And I never blinked. Like, yeah, I get that, and I don't know if she's ever got pushed back. I'm gonna have to ask her if she ever got pushed back about her daughter.
Yeah, I remember my mom saying that. I've cursed in front of my parents, but it's been like through emotional times. Like if something going on, I'll just, I may say it, but never in regular conversation.
Yeah. But yeah, my other friend, her daughter, she definitely. Mm-hmm. But I knew that's what it was. But I mean, I never thought twice really about it, and I guess society and people and probably if it was my kids, I'd probably be like, don't disrespect me like that, because my kids are asking me. I want to tell me something like, can I say the word? And then they won't say the word because they know I'm looking like, you want to say the word? But I mean,
that is so funny because with my nieces, they will be the same way. And I'd be like, say it. What is it?
That's funny.
I even do that with the youngest. She teeing up when she was at my house. She was just like, it's a bad word. I was like, well, what word is it?
But I told you this week I was talking to my one kid and I was, we was talking about something and I'm like, you have my permission to defend yourself verbally if you have to. And if you have to say a cuss word, feel free. Mm-hmm. And they were like, really? I said, yes, let me show you how to say it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, because I feel like kind of in this life, sadly, yeah, you could get by without saying cuss words to people and they know what you mean. But sometimes you got to let a word out, and you have to let them know you're not about to play in my face.
Yeah, you might have to be a little bit more aggressive at times.
You might have to be a little more aggressive. So, I knew that's what it was with your son.
Mm-hmm. But I definitely, I can see it when other people are like that. And I guess, and this is just like really hitting me in this moment. The reflection is because I cuss. So I'm just like, it's whatever.
He got it from you.
But if I didn't, and he come home talking like that, I may view it as disrespectful because that's not how I talk.
And see, I don't really cuss.
Yeah. So most of the people that are in my life don't really use curse words like that. Mm-hmm. I've slacked off from when I was younger.
You have. It's much better.
Yeah, because we probably wouldn't have been able to
talk like this.
I'd be like, shit, girl, fuck that.
It's much better.
Yeah.
It's much. So, let me stop saying much better. You have evolved from that.
Yes. So, I don't know where I was going, but yeah.
Yeah, you evolved from it.
I definitely can see that because I remember someone saying something about, he cursed at me and I was like, and you was mad? Like, because he was angry and telling a story, and in the midst of it, he said a word.
Yeah.
And I was like, and you was mad? Like, I told him, like, you getting too comfortable.
And he was probably looking like, what?
Yes. Like, because she uses those words.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I can get it when you're brought up as that is a bad word and you want, to set this example of respect around your elders. But why is the word bad? We are coming on a close.
We are never going to get an answer to that, though. I believe that's one question that when it comes to language or vocabulary that we'll never get an answer to ever.
Mm-hmm. So, and at the end of the day, it's just symbolism.
It is.
You're getting cursed out. The symbolism is, you know what I'm saying? You going hard, like I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
It don't hit the same way. And even though you can curse people out without curse words, without those bad words, it hit different when you use them. So it's just a symbolism. Everything in the world is symbolism.
Absolutely. Hey, I want to thank you all for joining us because we was all over the place with conversation today. It was flowing.
Yeah.
We had to make up for last week. We want y'all to like, listen, subscribe, share with a friend. Let your friends know we back. Two friends just chit-chatting and letting the conversations flow about any and everything. You got anything else, friend?
I do want to say, make sure on Saturday, y'all, on the Sabbath, you think about my mother and her 70th birthday. Yes. I cannot talk today.
And I also want to say, I want to dedicate this.
Wait, let me say this, because I was just like, we didn't even wear our lipstick and leopard. I'm ready for this to be over because I'm talking like I can't talk.
No, my last thing I want to say is I want to dedicate this episode because we talked about your mom and her memory to my nephew because his father passed away this past week, and he's only 13 years old, and he's the only child. And growing up without a parent, because we had our parents growing up, so growing up with missing one parent can be difficult. So I just want everybody to say a prayer for him, and just make this a memory of
absolutely
and Mark, and send your love out to Carter. So, and my sister, because she is going to be for real a single mom.
Yes.
But she got support. She know.
Yeah, girl, we here.
So we will see you all next week.